Hey everybody, welcome to Lesser States of Discord on a new Discord channel. Well, old Discord channel.
Little bit of
You could
both.
say-
Different.
New
You'd
for
say
this show.
we've kind of returned to our roots in a way.
Yeah, it feels good. Yep.
Yeah, it's Friday again. It's been
Because of the
hot as
invitation.
hell this week. I don't know about you guys, but every day here, the heat index has been in the hundreds.
For me, it was really hot early this week, and then Wednesday it stopped being so hot.
It's, for me, it's been a nice, cool 60 degrees. Got a little rain shower.
Yeah, it's I think it's 88 here right now. It was in the 90s a little earlier. A couple of days ago it was 96, but the heat index was 105.
Jesus.
It has been miserably warm and muggy around here. You step outside and it's like, man, air is not supposed to feel heavy.
Yeah.
I know what that feels like too, because I was in Florida for about a year.
Sounds like August in Seattle.
Of course, that was also a year where it got so cold that the above ground water pipe for the barracks I was in started to leak, and it was dripping right onto this metal plate, splashing all over the grass, and we had frozen grass as a result.
Bummer.
That one's gonna come in handy and get old real quick.
Hell, man, yesterday it was 86 degrees at 10 o'clock last night. Fuck me.
Jables, make it really old right now.
What? What do you mean make it really old? Oh.
Bummer.
Sorry. I was like, do I have another soundbite about old people? What?
I mean, that's your job, Euro. Fucking invite your friends, invite your family. Tell them to watch the show. They'll probably hate you for it later, but you could at least tell them to.
Yeah, I'm running this show while watching my son. The least you could do is strap your friend to a chair and make them watch with you. Make sure to include those little clamps that are designed to keep the eyelids open. You may have to add eye drops every so often, but I mean, you'll be able to torture them just fine that way.
Yeah, just
Why are
make
you
sure to
crawling
keep
into
this
the
show-
bathroom?
Even if you're going to watch something else, just have this show pulled up on another device.
I need somebody who's good at that shit to do an edit now of that scene with a Clockwork Orange. Just replace what's on the screen with us.
Make that.
No, stop it! Make it stop!
Yeah, make that a transition. I would totally put that shit on the show.
Hey, Pav. You edit things. Just a thought.
I'd be willing to pay for it.
I'm willing to pay for it. Yeah. We'll talk after the show.
Yeah, we will.
Damn, it's almost like we're planning on having production value or some shit.
Well, we've been planning on having production value for so long.
Yeah, it's just hard to get a hold of some people and stuff like that.
And it's nothing,
ideas
against them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, ideas are hard.
We have them, but they're usually not good.
Yeah.
Doing a show with Jables is a prime example.
Machine, motherfucker! Rat-tat-tat!
What in the unholy fuck is this?
What?
I was just looking through another Discord server and I'm just gonna have to let this speak for itself.
What do you mean?
Live show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I stumbled across this on Reddit earlier.
What the unholy fuck is that? Looks like an SCP.
That's not okay.
I seriously think that if no one is gonna write an SCP, you just sneezed on the mirror.
You know what it reminds me of?
Last time I sneezed on a mirror, I got my ass kicked. There was something on the mirror, but...
You know what this thing reminds me of, though? You guys remember koosh balls?
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of.
Alright, Rimshee, put it in the window.
It's like you crossed Cousin It with a fucking koosh ball. And then Nerf branded it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to, give me a moment. I need to save this shit.
Have to clean up all the coke your son spilled.
You didn't spill any coke. I don't leave
Sneezed on
that
the
out
mirror.
at baby level.
Oh god, scroll down. That second image is even worse.
Oh wow.
Oh god, no, okay.
That's the one.
I stand
What the
corrected. I need
fuck?
to download this one.
Oh my god. Trust me, chat, this is gonna be worth it. This is gonna be worth
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's
Yeah, it's one
This
of
is what
those
we
holy
call-
fuck, what did we stumble on sort of moments.
yeah.
No, this
the
is one
moment
of
you're
those like
experiencing right now is what we like to call delayed gratification.
this is one of those things like it's like this is one of those like every day we step further from the light of God sort of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that.
Look at that. Look at that. That's the new Nerf mascot.
Absorb it.
Where is your god now?
I just told you, Verb. It's the new Nerf mascot. Well, it's
You're a burp. What the fuck is that?
their name is Murph. Yes, Skull.
Yes, he is made out of darts.
Yes, this is the naked sexy picture. That was part of the photo shoot. There's another one with like a jersey and shoes, but
This one was even more disturbing, so obviously we had to pick it.
Yeah.
Murph the Nerf.
yeah. That's about $3,000 worth of Nerf darts, so good luck. Those things are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, Nerf darts are expensive as hell.
Especially since they came out with like the elite darts. Damn, them things aren't
Mhm.
cheap.
Oh god, no, they basically made it so that you can't use off-brand darts. You have to use Nerf's darts in order to actually use the Nerf toy.
Well, I mean, like, you can potentially use other darts in, like, ones that don't have the magazines. But, like, the magazines won't function with non-Nerf darts for
Yeah.
worth a fuck. Well, most people who are serious in Nerf are going to pull the air restrictors out of them anyway, Burb, just for increased performance.
Yeah, but I have a 7-year-old niece. I'm not doing that. so that she can have. Well, maybe I should do that. She's 7. She doesn't need an advantage.
She needs to
I
put
mean-
an eye out before someone else puts hers out.
Yeah.
I mean, I took the air restrictors out of my Maverick while I still had it anyway.
But I've also seen how her and her siblings treat Nerf guns, so I don't know if I want to put in the work just to watch it break 2 days later.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in training, we would go to go and get Nerf guns from the local Toys R Us.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there are
Actually,
like
you know
places.
what? Marines got banned from one of the Toys R Us's near the near one of the bases I was on because they'd go get Nerf guns and then start clearing aisles.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's just good, clean, wholesome fun.
I mean, like, there are entire like business models centering around like aftermarket Nerf shit. You know, like Orange Mod Works like sells entire kits where like it takes out the air restrictors, it puts in heavier springs, heavier triggers.
Yeah, I fell down a Nerf modding rabbit hole a few years ago. It's like,
Yeah, there was
really?
a
Oh, you can do all of this with a Nerf gun, huh?
yeah, there's a guy who used to watch Lord Drac on YouTube.
Saw some guy that just carved the inside to put a real gun inside of it.
That's highly suspect and probably not legal.
Yep.
Wow,
Well, it
Euro's
depends. Does he
actually,
have his concealed carry license?
Euro's actually in on this shit.
Yeah.
Dude's got a 3D printer for Nerf mods. Damn, man.
Oh, yeah, Skull, I'm aware. Like I said, I have nieces and nephews, and my parents like to spoil them.
Hey, Ward's here.
Hey, word.
Ward!
Oh, by the way, for everybody that doesn't know, we are in the Classic community server.
Which
Yeah.
is now called The Community, an LSD server.
Yeah.
So, for anybody looking to potentially get on the show, you're going to have to get in the waiting room in the community server. If you're not a part of the community server, I'm sure somebody can drop a link real quick.
Yeah, no one's sitting in the LSD server.
That's fine, Ward. We were just saying hello.
Just making the announcement, since you're one of the regular guests, and you know, people need to know.
Yeah. That's fine, Euro. Just fucking abandon us. Say hello to the significant other for us, though.
Yeah.
Right
and have
before you
fun.
beat him.
Keep this going on your phone or something.
Beat him off, sorry. Beat him off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can say that, right?
In Minecraft.
Yeah.
Twitch, don't pay attention to this.
What he's willing to try could get him arrested.
Hey, Ward subscribes at tier 1, 6 months now.
Oh, thanks, Ward.
I don't know what you're talking about, Pav.
Oh, you can integrate commands in Twitch chat, so when someone does like ! Discord, it'll just immediately drop a link.
Alright.
Yeah, we might have to set that up at some point.
Yeah.
That's what Pav's saying. He can set that up. I guess he needs to be a mod to do that.
Can he do it?
He
Pav.
said, I can give the command for Discord.
Ooh, I feel like our delay's extra long this week.
That might not be good.
Is it? I am going to try something. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000. There it is.
6 seconds, not bad. Okay.
Yeah, that's not too
Yeah,
bad.
could be worse. We've had way worse.
No, that's not 6 seconds. That's 6 1000s. Because go fuck yourself. Pov, if you can do it, go ahead and do it.
So yeah.
Yeah, Pop, don't just say you can do stuff. Tell us, like, what you need to do it, or if you're just going to guide us through, or what.
What do you mean you're showing as a suspicious user, Ward?
What does that even mean?
I have no idea.
Twitch did update recently. They have, like, this new thing where you can give feedback to creators that you're watching and whatnot. And
You used a pot to stand up! Good on you, Jables.
Wait, what?
No, my son used a big old flat plant pot to stand up, which it's now his pot because we put him in it one day and he absolutely loved it. So now no plants can go in there.
yeah.
But it's upside down and he used it to stand up. And then I decided I'm gonna make fun of Jables with it. And then he
Wait.
vomited.
So, Ward, where are you seeing this suspicious user nonsense?
Because I saw something under Pov, but it was oh fuck, where'd my...
How could a mod be a suspicious user?
Yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Have you
I
been
mean-
promoting gambling websites in other chats, Ward? Is that what this is?
Tell us your secrets.
You want to employ the principle of gun.
I like that one.
Guys, I think our delay might have gotten significantly worse. Because nobody's responding.
Well, I'll try this again. And we will see. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000. No, it's the same.
No,
Oh.
Ward must have just fucked off then.
Ward said, fuck you all.
Okay.
Well,
Anyways,
at least we
let's
have
talk-
at least we have Murph back, so that's
Yeah.
a thing.
That's all that matters.
All you need is Murph.
Murph
It's
is love.
Murph or
Murph is
Muff.
life.
Skull, I'm looking at illegal Nerf guns. Don't say that out loud!
It's either Murph or Dr. Muffins.
Speaking of jokes,
Yeah, didn't you have something you wanted to talk about, Jables?
yeah. So, I don't know why I didn't talk about this before. Probably because I didn't have thoughts about it. So, did you all hear about Dave Chappelle making a surprise appearance at a John Mulaney show?
I did not.
Well, he did, and like quite a few people got pissed off because it was like there were a few trans people in the crowd and everything, and they said they couldn't really leave because even if they went to the bathroom, they could still hear it in there, and like it's either that or just leave the show entirely. But they went there to see John Mulaney, and Dave Chappelle showed up. And to that, I'm going to have a surprising take that nobody is going to expect from me. I'm on their side on this one. I constantly see comedians bitch and complain that when people complain at their shows, they need to research the comedian that they're going in to see. If it's like a, they're going to a specific show for a specific headliner. Just do a little research, and that way you won't get so pissed off when they say jokes that you don't agree with or might hurt your feelings or offend you or anything
But
like
in
that.
this case, the audience wasn't given the choice.
Yes.
Yeah, the audience wasn't warned.
Yes. So,
Yeah, I can see that logic.
yes. So if you're going to complain about people researching the comedians that they're going to go see, but then pull a little surprise Dave Chappelle at a John Mulaney show, which John Mulaney is a relatively clean comedian, stop using that excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sick and tired of it. Heard some people today on a podcast talking about it, and it's like, oh, come on, it's Dave Chappelle. Everybody else there was excited to see him. Well, they weren't. They knew they liked John Mulaney. They went there to see John Mulaney. They probably would have actively avoided going to a Dave Chappelle show.
Well, they may or may not have, but
Yeah.
it's kind of irrelevant to the point. They were not informed. They did not have
No, I'm talking
informed
about the people that were upset. I'm talking about the people that were upset.
Yes.
They would have actively avoided.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
fair enough.
because
But
this is
either
the
way,
thing.
They
It's
did
that, like,
not have informed consent.
well, that's one way
Yeah.
of putting it, but
I wouldn't go that far. But I also don't think that it's necessarily wrong that Dave Chappelle went on stage during a John Mulaney show. I just because comedians do shit like that, like drop-ins, all that jazz, all the time.
yeah, but like you can't pull the like, oh, like, you all motherfuckers are just too sensitive, or like, oh, you all motherfuckers should just like do your research. It's like, bro, they didn't sign up for you.
Yeah.
They didn't know you were going to be there.
Yeah.
They
if
probably
you were,
would not have gotten the tickets.
If you're at just like some random show, like on a regular day of the week that's not for a specific headliner, like somebody's obviously going to be headlining the show regardless, because they're working out material. And somebody like Dave Chappelle, like if you're in New York and you're at the Cellar and Dave Chappelle shows up, you should expect that can happen at any time. But then you just leave, because those tickets are also only like $20 to get in on those nights. And like John Mulaney probably charged like it was a theater show, so it was probably like $100 or so.
And the thing is like, it can just be kind of, it can be kind of disconcerting when you're confronted with something that you weren't expecting. Obviously, like, this is on a much smaller scale, but just used as an example. Like, if Jeff's doing the fucking Wingnut Roundup and I just pop in and start talking with him and say something off color, like, people that don't watch this show, they have no idea who the fuck I am. They don't know how Jeff knows me.
Yeah. I think a more shocking one would be if I showed up.
Oh yeah, you'd be you're an absolute walking disaster, so.
Yeah. Yeah, so no, I think the people that were upset had every right to be upset, because they went there to see John Mulaney, not Dave Chappelle. And if Dave Chappelle was performing, they wouldn't have gone to see Dave Chappelle.
They were
especially
if this wasn't a theater show, if this was like John Mulaney working outside a club or something, and Dave Chappelle popped on, that's an extremely different situation.
Yeah, and especially in this case, not only did they not know he was going to be there, but he shows up and he tells jokes that, for whatever reason, whatever their personal reasons, they don't think is fucking funny.
Yeah.
It kind of ruins their experience. To
be fair, it was a very small population of the crowd. But at Euroburp, it doesn't matter what the jokes are. Yeah. We're not even talking about the jokes right now. I'll defend every joke. I don't care. Because I defend the attempt, not necessarily the joke itself.
Jokes are jokes. Period.
Yeah. We're talking about we're talking about comedians constantly say research the people that you're going to go see before you go to the show and get upset. And in this case, it was people going to see John Mulaney, and a wild Dave Chappelle appears.
Yeah.
So
those people were not given an option on whether or not they got to see Dave Chappelle that night.
yes,
He just showed up.
Especially for like a theater show, they tend to be a lot more strict on lineups and everything. No,
he didn't
show
bogart it. He just did.
He just did a set.
He did a small set. It was Mulaney's show, but he was just there for a little bit.
Yeah, he probably heard Mulaney was in town. Mulaney is a New York comedian. Probably knows Chappelle. He probably showed up.
He probably wasn't a warm-up act. He showed up.
I can tell you what most likely happened. Dave Chappelle heard Mulaney was in town, showed up at the theater, said, "Hey, how you doing, man?" And then they chatted for a little bit while one of the openers was on. And then Dave probably said, "Hey, do you mind if I go up for a little bit? Like 15 minutes?" And Mulaney was probably just like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead."
Not thinking about it.
That was the extent of it. I'm not saying Chappelle and Mulaney are in the fault. What I'm saying is, if comedians are going to constantly use research the comedian before you buy your tickets and go to the show and get offended,
then don't pull shit like this.
Then don't do shit like this. Yes, exactly.
And like, no, it wasn't a bait and switch, Ward. Mulaney still did his set. It's just that people got a bonus Dave Chappelle that they didn't know they were going to get.
Yeah, like I said, it was probably like a 15-20 minute set that Chappelle did.
Actually, I don't think many of them thought it was a bonus Dave Chappelle.
I mean, like, for the people who were upset by it.
For a majority of the people, it was a bonus.
Yeah.
For those people that were upset, we're not talking about the majority of people, though. The majority of people were probably pretty cool with it. And then the people that were, like, outspokenly upset, I think they have the right to be upset in this situation.
Yeah, like I said, because they're like, I paid this much money to see this particular comedian, and then a comedian I didn't want to see showed up. Kind of ruined things for me.
A comedian that is not anything like the comedian that they went to see. For one, he's black.
I tried making that joke earlier.
God damn it.
I tried making that joke earlier, and no one paid any attention to me.
I know, because you have terrible setup.
Yeah, Jabel's delivery was a lot better.
Yeah.
Also, I've got a screaming child. Not that any of you can hear because my software cuts them out.
Excuses.
Yeah, it's pretty good software.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, have a good one, Ward.
Later.
Yeah, anyways, I wanted to get my thoughts out on that because I actually had fully formed thoughts now. And I heard comedians talk about how those people should have been happy that Dave Chappelle was there, and
no.
I disagree.
If they didn't want to see him, then why the fuck would they be happy about it? That's just an unrealistic expectation to have.
And I never thought I would not take a comedian's side, but I guess this is the one. We found my line, guys. It's hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Oh my god! It's like it's like hypocrisy is a thing that people shouldn't be. Whatever. I've got a screaming child. I'm gonna use that as an excuse till he's not screaming. But still breathing.
Whatever.
To be clear.
Hey, if they're screaming, they're breathing.
Oxygen transfer is being accomplished.
Yep. Well.
So yeah,
I got the article up for you, Jables.
I think we're in agreement.
Oh, I wasn't gonna read the article. I just wanted it as like a reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've said everything that needs to be said on it, I think.
Yeah, I said everything. I said pretty much everything the article said.
Alright, fair enough.
It's just nice to have it. It's nice to have it up so people know what we're talking about.
We do have other
Fair.
articles, though.
Yeah, we do.
Alright, I'll add it to the thing. We still need an episode for... yeah.
Yeah, we do need an episode. We're working on it right now.
Yeah,
We
That's,
need an episode
that's
name.
what we're doing.
we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. So yeah, this was kind of a shitty situation for these people. Speaking of shitty situations,
Are
Yeah,
we
which one
jumping
are-
to that one?
might as well. I set it up, didn't I?
You're taking it then.
Obviously.
Oh, what the fuck?
Wait, which one are you talking about?
India Times.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, skipping way ahead.
As I thought it was a decent setup, so I'm going with it.
Yeah, that works. That's how the show
Coming
works.
to us from IndiaTimes.com. Husband buries wife under a cow dung mountain to cure snake bite. She dies soon after. You know what radical people say when a black cat crosses their path? They say she might just be going somewhere and is not there to bring bad luck to you. She has better things to do, buddy. Indians thrive on superstition. Or maybe it's the other way around. We have so many illogical notions attached to so many things: breaking of a mirror, boiling of milk, black cats, crossing paths, etc. The latest addition to this list is dumping someone under a mountain of cow dung to cure them of a snake bite. Devendri, a 35-year-old woman in Uttar Pradesh's Bulandshahr region, was bitten by a snake when she was out in the fields to collect wood for household chores. She quickly rushed home to inform her husband about the incident. Now, instead of taking her to the hospital, which is what a sane person would do, her husband called a snake charmer to heal her injury and get the poison out of her body. Upon his suggestion, the husband wrapped the woman with cow dung and made a mountain out of cow shit over her body. All this while, the snake charmer was chanting mantras. Obviously, this didn't help her, and the poor woman died. It's baffling how people vest their interest in black magic and bogus mantras over medical silence. Truly, if the latter wasn't helpful, why would we have hospitals and doctors anyway? Yeah, unfortunately, this type of shit is rampant in India.
Just ask the
Like-
pharmacist.
Not just, like, for one, obviously they have the whole cow is sacred thing. That's still not a justifiable reason to unironically drink cow piss, but whatever.
Whoa, Euroburb. Chill, it's Twitch.
Whew,
No, the
that's
pharmacist.
that's kind of spicy, man.
I'm
Goddamn.
telling him you said that.
I'm okay with it, but like,
Do you have some
Goddamn.
opinions that you want to share, Euro?
somebody doesn't like curry.
You just wanted to be held.
So yeah, pro tip. If you're ever wandering anywhere and you get bit by a snake, go to a hospital.
The goddamn hospital.
Just play it safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, the best part is that he's a physician of sorts. Like, he actually works at a hospital, and yeah, he is from that land.
Hold on. Fuck you, Sean. Odd time to steer clear of a doctor.
Come on.
It wasn't steer shit, it was cow shit. There's
Yeah.
a difference.
Yeah, one of them's from Texas.
Man, that's some bullshit.
The only thing that Texas has are steers.
Jables soon.
Yeah, we're not going to
Steer-
finish that
st-
thought.
Only thing that comes out of Texas is
You know-
steers and Beto O'Rourke.
I talked to Addie about that. It is part of the LGBTQ. I still feel uncomfortable using the word though, because it's been used in offensive ways. Like we weren't allowed to use it for so long that I still feel weird about it. I don't know if it's allowed.
You're talking about the quarters.
I don't know what the difference between a steer and a bull is, if there is one.
No, a castrated bull is
over. I'm not over it. It's about Twitch. You've heard me without recordings going on.
To answer your question, Bio,
He would say that and worse in a second. He has said worse.
I said worse on the show.
He got the stream almost taken off of Twitch last week. I think he needs to censor himself a bit.
Go back to old episodes. I've said way worse on the show.
But no, the term for a castrated bull is an ox.
That doesn't sound right.
It's true though.
I thought an ox was something different.
Nope.
Are buffalo and bison the same thing?
A steer is just another term.
They're basically the same. There's a slight difference, but they're basically the same.
Yeah.
Not really.
Bison and buffalo?
Yeah.
Buffalo is like... It's basically like a common name for the things that we have here, but their actual true name is the American bison.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
and there's two different kinds. There's the plains bison, and there's the larger wood bison.
Okay, so
yeah, all buffalo are bison, but not all bison are buffalo.
So an ox is just a male bovine trained to be used as a draft animal, work. But an oxen is a castrated adult male cattle.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of the time, if you're using like bulls for like pulling stuff, they're probably castrated.
Yeah, that's where we get Rocky Mountain oysters from.
Because like you take something's balls away, it tends to be a little more docile, less testosterone and all that fun stuff.
It's the same reason we castrate our pets these days.
But no, like there are legitimate like animals that are referred to as buffalo, like water buffalo, the African Cape buffalo. So yeah, bison are often called buffalo, but they're not buffalo, they're bison.
Buffalo is a fun word because it has several different meanings.
Buffalo!
So there's actually there's a whole grammatically correct sentence that's buffalo, 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 buffalo.
Yep.
What does that mean?
It pretty much means buffalo from Buffalo, New York, bullying buffalo from Buffalo, New York, or something like that. Because buffalo also means to bully.
Yeah. It's not typically used in that way anymore, but...
Yeah, let me see. There's the city of Buffalo, and then to buffaloes to intimidate or to baffle. I buffalo you guys all the time.
You don't baffle us.
You don't intimidate me either.
And then there's the animal. So.
And then there's the water tank that you see in the military.
Mm-hmm. It's also the name of a World War II single-engine monoplane fighter, the Brewster Buffalo, which was not very successful. Yeah, it was basically completely outdone by the F4F Wildcat.
F-14. The
No,
F-4
that's
is
the
the Phantom,
Tomcat.
which is... Oh, no, you're
Yeah.
right, you're right.
Yeah, the F-14 is the Tomcat, also made by
Yeah.
Grumman.
Sorry, I was thinking... Yeah, but the F-4 is the Phantom.
Yeah. Yeah, also known as Double Ugly, the Flying Brick, Lead
Flying
Sled.
Toaster... The origin of the F-4 is actually kind of fascinating when you think about it. Because the whole premise behind its creation was, well, if you throw wings and a large enough engine on a toaster, it'll fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a great quote involving the F4 Phantom. I think it's on the wiki, I have to grab it real quick, but it's one of the best quotes I've ever seen regarding the aircraft. Like, we built a lot of Phantoms. It was probably the single most produced jet-powered fighter aircraft in U.S. history.
I need to get off the internet. I know you're saying phantoms, but I keep hearing fandoms. And yeah, we do make a lot. Like US makes a lot of TV shows. Of course, there's a lot of fandoms. What are you talking about?
Well, the F-4 is the whole reason Top Gun exists. Like, legitimately. The
Yeah.
F-4 is the only reason the school Top Gun exists. Because they thought, oh, well, now that we have missiles, we don't need guns. So they took the guns off the first Phantoms, and then we ended up losing a lot of fucking planes because they were getting shot down with guns.
So,
and so they had to add the guns back on, but they didn't know, but a lot of the pilots didn't know how to use the guns.
Well, here's the thing, though. That's kind of bullshit, and I can't really get into explaining why, because it's a long story. But straight up, like the Navy never incorporated guns onto their Phantoms like the Air Force did, but they had significantly better kill ratios than they did.
Mm-hmm. You know,
well, to be fair, the Navy actually has better pilots.
Well, they were properly taking care of their missiles and knew how to use them.
Speaking of jets and Top Gun,
but no.
You want to take that article?
I want to say that.
You know what?
I want to do this quote real quick. I want to do this
real quick. After the quote, I'll pull this up.
This is in regards to the F-4 Phantom. Retired Air Force Colonel Chuck de Bellevue reminisced, "The F-4 Phantom was the last plane that looked like it was made to kill somebody. It was a beast. It could go through a flock of birds and kick out barbecue from the back. It had a reputation of being a clumsy bruiser reliant on brute engine power and obsolete weapons technology." And another guy says that the F-4 was dubbed the triumph of thrust over aerodynamics.
Yes, these are facts about the F-4 Phantom. But speaking of Top Gun...
Hold on, Biotech just broke my brain. I don't know what that comment means.
What?
We do this weekly. What do you mean?
Every week, Biotech, where have you been?
Yeah.
No, we've been doing the show since even when Nick took a break.
We've only missed like a couple of shows in the last.
And they were
2
sporadic.
years.
Yeah.
Just because you didn't see it last week doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Yeah. Think of us like God or Santa.
And one of the reasons they call the F-4 the flying brick, if it runs out of gas, it doesn't spiral or anything, it just falls straight down.
Yeah, it was not a good aircraft.
Oh, it was a great aircraft. It's just it was kind of limited in what it. They expected a lot out of it, and it wasn't designed to do everything that
It
they
was
wanted.
not a marvel of engineering. It was a marvel of thrust and being stubborn.
The F-4 Phantom was always intended as a high-speed interceptor for the Navy, and they just pressed it into service with the Air Force too, because budgets.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Myers,
Hold on.
Miles
hold on.
Teller. Miles Teller says, "God damn it! I swear to
think you're
God,
done the
Jables."
music. I'm not doing it on purpose, I swear. I just wanted to say, Biotech, follow me on Twitter. I announce it every week. And then we also do show announcements in the community server.
Yeah. We always announce the show right before we go live.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like,
Miles
15 minutes
Teller
prior.
says he got sick on the set of Top Gun Maverick because there was jet fuel in his blood, and Tom Cruise had a perfect response.
Oh, God. You know what? I wish I had a clip of Charlie Sheen going, I have tiger blood.
Miles Teller couldn't wait to brag to Tom Cruise about what he went through to shoot the realistic dogfight scenes in Top Gun Maverick. Teller revealed on Late Night with Seth Meyers on Tuesday that he started feeling sick immediately after filming one of the airplane scenes for the box office hit. Again, go watch this movie. Jables, have you seen this movie yet?
No, not yet.
Fucking go watch it.
This weekend.
Is it only in theaters?
At the moment.
At the moment.
I'm not. No.
No.
Oh, come on, this movie needs support.
It is worth it.
We need more movies like this.
It cost me like $50 just to get to a theater.
Fair
Seriously,
enough.
I'm considering going back and watching it in IMAX.
Okay.
I watched it in IMAX initially. It was fucking fantastic.
Anyway.
Also, Miles Teller does a great fucking performance in this movie. He was really good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway. I'm just like, I'm not feeling too good, Teller explained to Myers. And I was really hot. And I just started itching like crazy. So I get out of the jet, and I'm just covered in hives, like head to toe. Teller was taken to a doctor and had a blood analysis taken. He said he went home and took an oatmeal bath to reduce the hives. The next day, he got the results back from the blood test. My blood work came back and I had flame retardant, pesticides, and jet fuel in my blood, Teller said. Thankfully,
Nice.
Teller recovered and was allowed to go back to work. He couldn't wait to tell Cruise, an actor known for incurring a fair share of injuries due to all the stunts he's done.
Yeah.
I go to set...
Tom Cruise is second only to Jackie Chan in like the shit that he will put himself through for movies.
I don't even think he's second. I think they're tied.
I don't know, man. Like, Jackie Chan's done some really crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so's Tom Cruise. He strapped himself to the outside of a fucking airplane.
I know.
That's why. But
Jackie Chan takes it to the next level where he actually does get hurt.
Oh,
Well, Cruise has gotten
gets
hurt too.
all the time too.
Like, I don't think
Yeah.
he's fucked himself up quite as badly as Jackie has in some instances.
Yeah.
Like throwing himself off a roof multiple times just to get the shot to look right.
Yeah. Like, I didn't like the way my leg moved that time. Let me do it again. Type shit.
Yeah, Jackie Chan fucking at least he used to. That man abuses himself.
Yeah. Tom Cruise does fight for those practical effects though. Like the scene in what was it, Mission Impossible, one of them, where he's got the dagger literally centimeters away from his eye. That's completely real in terms of the shot. That is a real shot with a real dagger trying to be forced towards him.
Yeah,
Or
always go
fucking-
for practical effects. I don't know when we lost that. You use practical effects. Computer effects are supposed to enhance the practical effects, not replace
Yeah, like
them.
Jurassic Park.
Now, there are times where they can replace them. Usually when you're talking about space epics, where it's effectively impossible to set up the practical for a ship flying through space, for example.
For now.
For now,
Or you know, like fucking fucking Star Wars was doing space shots
Well,
before.
why don't
entering
we
CGI.
take Top Gun Maverick for a moment as a prime example? Most of that is practical effects. They
Yeah.
are literally putting the actors in the back of jets and having naval aviators fly them around and capturing the actual G-forces on their faces.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, but
the
like,
scenes
there's
with the
other
missiles-
times, like, for example, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Like, there's CGI at work in those films a good deal because it's just not possible to get tens of thousands of extras to be orcs.
Mm-hmm.
And you can,
Or-
you can also
or
do
like a
stuff like the
cave
missile
troll is
scenes
really
in Tom
hard.
Cruise, or where you can't get that with a practical.
Yeah, you
Not
couldn't do the
saying-
Balrog
Or-
practically.
Bird, are you talking about the remastered original Star Wars or the original Star Wars?
Yeah, because the ones that George went back and touched up, also the versions that he tried to give to the Library of Congress, and they're like, no, motherfucker, we want the original films.
Yeah, I've seen the originals.
Yeah, I know the originals.
You mean when Jabba wasn't Jabba and he was just a dude in a fur vest?
That's Chewbacca.
No, Jabba the Hutt. There's a scene where Jabba the Hutt was edited in CGI in A New Hope. It was just a dude in a fur vest, and then they edited in
Ah.
CGI Jabba.
Yeah, I
There
know.
was a
like,
moment
he
where
was not as
Han
good as
walks
the
around.
director.
Han walks behind him, and they had to edit that to step on the
It
tail.
looks so fake. Also,
It does.
George going back after the fact and editing it so that fucking Greedo shot first. Greedo didn't shoot first! Han straight up murdered that motherfucker, and it makes
Hey.
sense with his character.
Yeah,
Anyway, back to this article. Teller said, I go to set the next day, and Tom's like, so how did it go, Miles? What did they find? Teller recalls to Myers. I was like, well, Tom, it turns out I have jet fuel in my blood. And without even skipping a beat, Tom goes, yeah, I was born with it, kid.
I've said it before, man. I don't give a fuck if Tom Cruise believes in Xenu. As long as he keeps making badass movies, rock on, dude.
Yeah, honestly, I don't care. He believes what he believes. That's fine. He's not trying to force me to believe what he believes. So I'll make fun of him for believing what he believes. That's fine. But
Yeah,
I'm
and I'll
not
talk all kinds of shit about Scientology because it's
Oh, yeah.
absolutely a cult.
hell yeah. But I have mad respect for Tom Cruise as an actor.
yeah. As a person, he's shit.
As a
He's
person,
kind of-
he's mildly insane if you want to be charitable.
Yeah, Euroburb, just clowned you in DMs. Admit your fault. In the Twitch chat.
Now, I do want to point out one thing that Sean had brought up earlier. Comparing the F-4 Phantom to the T-34 is not fair. The F-4 is actually reliable. Anyway, moving on.
What? What?
Yeah.
What
Oh,
was that?
no,
What about the F4?
Oh, Shanma said the F-4 is a T-34 tank with wings, and I'm like, it's not fair to compare the F-4 to the T-34 because the F-4 is actually reliable.
I mean, this is true. It's just not as good as other stuff of the time.
I mean, like, the only other thing...
Russian, though.
The only other thing comparable to it that the fucking Ruskies had at the time was the MiG-21.
Shanma, anything's more maneuverable if you can hit stop and shift.
Damn it!
At least it's that one this week.
Yeah. I'm not playing the other one anymore.
And again, Shanma, considering how bad the T-34's transmission is, not all that overly maneuverable.
Yeah, but there's also a difference between when you can stop and then move your tank tread so that you spin in place. Yeah, technically it's going to be more maneuverable. Right up until it breaks 10 degrees into that turn.
Fucking clutch in those things was worthless.
Now, the rest of this article is just about the movie, but seriously, go see that movie. It is fantastic. Miles Teller plays a fantastic job, or does a fantastic job playing Goose's son. It's pretty quickly found out in the movie. I'm not giving anything away there.
Yeah.
It's
well, like,
awesome.
it's spelled out in one of the trailers. So,
yeah,
again, it's not really a spoiler. But...
Look at this picture on screen right now. He looks like he would be Goose's son.
Oh yeah, he looks like old boy. Oh, what the fuck's his name? That's gonna bug me. Hold on. Hold on. Anthony Edwards.
Yes. Fantastic movie. Also, I didn't realize how they took some of the small details from Top Gun and turned them into major plot points. And in such a way that it's not like, oh, look at this small stuff we know about the old movie. It's more of, yeah, this was kind of hinted at. We wanted to explore it more. And it's fantastic.
Like how the original Top Gun is just about Tom Cruise's character or fighting his homosexuality?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
People love making that shit up, but no.
I heard a
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. The fucking the beach volleyball in the locker room scenes are pretty homoerotic.
Well,
I don't think anybody will argue that.
He was only really interested in the girl when she started dressing more like a guy.
But no, Maverick is very heterosexual.
Uh-huh.
The movie is very clear of this.
Uh-huh.
Although, like, if I were to deduct points on anything, it's like we didn't get a beach volleyball scene in this movie.
No,
it was just for the nostalgia.
It was. They did have a beach sports scene though.
Yeah, it wasn't the same.
It wasn't the same. It was funny, but I think they knew they couldn't match it, so they just went with, let's just reference it and bullshit about it.
Well, also, like, it did have a story purpose.
Yes, it did.
So, yeah, like, the writing in this movie is better than the first film.
Oh,
overall.
God, yeah. Like, this is one of those few sequels that I have to say, if it's not as good as the original, that's only because it's better.
Yeah. And it's even more amazing to me when you consider that this movie came out like almost 36 years after the original movie.
Pop,
Usually, if you have to wait for a sequel for that fucking long, it's trash.
It's trash
Alright,
or
so-
barely scraping the barrel of being acceptable.
But
This
no, like fucking
exceeded.
Tom Cruise
Well, it
fucking
needs
fought
to-
for this movie, and he made it what he wanted it to be.
Also, the movie needs to know what it is. Like the 21 Jump Street movie. It knew what it was. It sort of made a parody of the old show and stuff like that. I enjoyed
Which
it.
was fine.
Yeah. If you're gonna reboot something or make a sequel to something a lot later, you need to know what it actually is.
Yeah.
Like that,
And
for me, that's
which-
like the main problem with Star Wars under Disney right now. It's like the
Mhm.
people that are writing Star Wars right now, they fundamentally do not understand these characters, and they don't care.
Yeah, it's not just that they don't understand them; it's that they don't care. They're not
Yeah,
seeking any information
just-
on them. They're not seeking
I don't know
for
if anybody's
feedback.
watched
It's
it or
just
been like keeping up with it, but Kenobi is fucking awful.
that's what I'm hearing.
Wow, this show is bad.
I mean, from what
Well,
I'm
it's
hearing,
a-
he doesn't even have. I mean, Pov says he likes the first couple of episodes. No, Pov likes it.
I mean, like there were a couple of spots in the first two episodes where it's like, oh, that's kind of okay, I guess. After episode 3, no, it's fucked. It's completely fucked. They've completely ruined Kenobi's character in this show, and I fucking despise them for it.
Why
is
the
it
fuck
like
doesn't
is
he
it wait
use the
is it
Force?
like is it like Star Trek Picard ruined or
Kind of, because
Wow.
Kenobi's an idiot in this show. He's a fucking
Kenobi's
idiot.
making mistakes he would have never made. For some reason, he doesn't know how to use the Force anymore.
There you
his
go.
His whole job after
Yeah, you had
Revenge-
one job.
Hold on.
Look
His
after
whole
Luke
job after Revenge
Skywalker.
of the
Why the
Sith-
fuck are you leaving Tatooine?
Hold
Yeah.
Why?
on. Okay. I'm coming in here because I need to go against this.
yes, this is what the
Okay.
regular guest role is
Yeah,
for.
and I hope you're ready to get the shit slapped out of you because I am not
Alright.
passing off this one.
Yeah, no.
I
okay.
haven't seen it, so I'm just gonna sit back and relax.
All right,
and,
so
I'm
I've
just
seen it.
gonna-
I'm a
I
messy
just- I
bitch. I
don't-
live for the drama.
I don't entirely want to go into spoilers, but there's a couple of things here. First off, okay, here's my question to you, sir. Okay, do you work out?
What does that have to do with anything?
No, just I'm setting up a point here. Do you work out?
Oh, you're
Okay,
bringing up
no,
the
I'm
whole
100% going there.
No,
Do you
no, no,
work out?
no. You're trying to bring up the he wasn't training shit. Fuck
No,
that
not
noise.
training. No, not training. No, hold on. It's been 10 years of him just pretending to not be a Jedi and trying not to be a Jedi. Of course, if he's going to be doing that for 10 years, he's gonna be hella rusty. He's also
No.
has a shit
No.
ton of-
I do
No,
not
no, no,
fucking
no,
accept that.
completely-
I do not
this is-
fucking
I-
accept that.
If he's
I
going to
won't-
do that, if that's going to be the case, then he's not going to be able to protect
Hold on, but
Luke.
that's
He's
Wait,
not
no,
going to.
no,
If
wait,
he's not
I-
able
can
to
I-
protect
I-
Luke,
wait,
there's
as
no
somebody-
reason for him
as-
to be on that planet. And his whole purpose is to protect Luke. Why wouldn't
He's
he
watching
train
over.
at least in secret?
Also, as somebody who has not seen the show,
Mhm.
if he's not training, what gives him the right to train Luke later on in A
okay,
New Hope?
yeah.
All right, so you get okay. First off, two things, right? A, the show's not over. The show's not over. B,
Unfortunately.
that's. Have you guys ever heard of character development?
No.
Yep.
You
No.
cannot
No.
use
Fuck
that
you,
with
Pop.
Kenobi. He is
Fuck
an
you.
established character.
Yes,
with
he is an
three
established character,
episodes,
but-
with 3 movies prior to this, an
Yes.
entire Clone Wars TV show
Mhm.
prior to
Mhm.
this to pull off of, and they're
Yes.
completely shitting on that entire character.
No, they aren't.
Yes,
No,
they are.
aren't. He's been depressed. He's been.
I don't
not
give a
doing
shit.
anything. Hold on.
He's
No.
dumb enough to say Leia around stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Wait.
How
no
the
one knows
fuck
who
did he
Leia is.
possibly make the...
No one
What the
knows who
fuck do
Leia
you
is.
mean?
Who
You
Leia,
dumb
the
motherfucker!
daughter of Senator Organa is.
In the context of where they were, yeah.
No, dude.
It didn't
Like, as
matter.
soon as he said her name, that stormtrooper looked up like, the fuck did he just say?
Yeah, because he misused her name. Because they established her name as something else. That's
Even
why.
still, he would not make that kind of mistake. He just forgot the fucking code name he gave her? The hell are you doing, man? You are a Jedi. You are a fucking general. You are better than this.
Yeah, and he's been just sitting on his ass and not doing anything for 10 years.
Yeah,
He's been
completely
sitting on his ass
fucking
to push
disregarding,
character.
disregarding the promise he made to Yoda.
Correct. Yes, he has been doing that. But that's what
Yeah,
the show is
and that
about.
fucking
Which is
bullshit.
Hold on.
They did this
hold
same
on.
fucking thing with Luke.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. They absolutely
did.
did.
Establish.
It's the
no,
exact
they-
same thing as Luke.
Okay, so listen. The thing is, Luke was set up that way to just be a sad piece of shit. That's how they set it up. The story that they're telling in Kenobi is Kenobi going back to being a Jedi. That's the story that they've been playing out. Him seeing, you see
No,
it.
the story
You see
they're
the
playing
demeanor
out
has-
is the Inquisitor is going to turn on Vader.
Yeah. Kenobi is just
Oh,
fucking
God.
set up for this new
no,
character.
No.
Yes,
no.
he is. That's exactly what's happening. They are going on the redemption arc with her, and it's not gonna fucking work because she's an evil bitch and no one actually likes her character.
No, they're
People are
not
gonna be able
doing
to
that.
masturbate to this. This is pretty fucking hot. I'm not gonna lie right now.
I can
You
guarantee
fucking watch,
they're not
Pav. You
I
fucking
am-
watch.
I-
They're gonna do her redemption arc,
They're
and when they
not.
do, I'm gonna tell you I fucking told you so.
God damn it, we're really going like I don't want to go into spoilers. That's my problem.
All right, anybody in the chat, raise your hand if you care about spoilers. I don't see any hands raised. Go.
He's dead. She died. She's not alive anymore. So they didn't go that way. They killed her character.
Yeah, but Kenobi still escaped because of her.
Correct, because Sith are irrational. Constant.
No.
Yes.
No.
No,
You
no,
don't
no.
get to pull that card for bad writing.
No,
Fuck
no.
yourself.
Sith are irrational.
Fuck yourself.
Constantly doing things. No, go
And
back
she's
and
not a
read.
fucking Sith either.
Well, I mean, she taps into the dark side. Correct. She's
That doesn't
technically
make you
not
a Sith.
Sith aren't Sith because they tap into a dark
Don't
side.
talk to me
Sith
about
is a
Sith if you
philosophy.
don't understand what it fucking is.
There's a difference between a dark side user and a Sith. Sith are a
Correct.
very specific philosophy.
Correct.
Inquisitors
Would-
are not Sith.
Okay, sure, but I'm not trying to use the term as
And don't get me wrong,
Specific.
I'm not saying that you can't like this show, but don't sit here and try and explain to me that it makes sense when it don't.
does.
No. Anybody that wants a full breakdown on why this shit don't work, and you don't feel like watching the show, go watch EFAP's coverage on it.
I will go watch it, but I've been watching every single episode, and I know Star Wars, and I have not had a single issue with this show.
That's you then, man.
It's
That is
just-
you.
You can
The thing
you
is it's
cannot
Yeah,
have an
there's-
issue with it, but that's not the
No,
that's
it's-
not what the perspective we're sharing. We
Yeah,
There are
disagree,
plenty-
and we
there are
disagree.
plenty of
lot
people-
There's a lot of people that watched all of TNG and don't have a problem with Picard. Tell you what, I got a lot of problems.
Yeah.
hold on.
Because they completely ruined Picard's character.
At least in these three people's opinion. I don't know
Yeah,
about
here's
your
the thing.
opinion, Pav.
Yeah, here's the thing, okay? You guys are throwing around a lot, like the fact that you can't use the argument of character development in a show when that's what
Character development has to make sense, Pav.
It
It
does.
doesn't.
If you don't work out for 10 years, you go sit in the fucking woods and don't do anything.
Yeah, but
Explain why Obi-Wan went and sat on his ass for 10 fucking years.
Hold on. I think I found where the disconnect is.
Okay.
The disconnect is everybody else, Rimshee and Sir, are saying that based on the character that's already been developed to a certain extent, Kenobi would not do that.
Okay. Kenobi went from being a Master Jedi on the Council. Everything was great. It was in the Republic. There was a war going on. Sure, it was stressful. And then he loses his best friend who turns to the dark side, and everyone he ever has known and cared about is murdered, and he has to go hide. He's not going to handle that.
But Kenobi,
with,
Kenobi's always been duty above all.
Always.
Yep. Always.
But you don't.
Except
you
for
don't
that one moment. Except for that one moment on Mustafar, he's been all duty except for that one moment on Mustafar where he didn't kill Anakin because in that moment his emotions got the better of him and he could not bring himself to kill his friend.
You don't think that the emotions from dealing with that wouldn't make him just not really want to care anymore?
Because he was
given a new purpose in life.
Yeah, he has a new mission that he needs to fulfill, which is protecting Luke.
You see he's not allowed to deal with at all.
Yes, but that's his entire
It doesn't matter if Owen doesn't want him around. It doesn't matter if Owen doesn't want him around.
Yeah,
he made a promise. He made a promise to Yoda that he would go to Tatooine, watch over the boy, remain vigilant, and when the time was right, train him to become a Jedi because he is the galaxy's last hope.
Yeah, and also, what did Obi-Wan do after Qui-Gon died?
I don't think that's the same level.
A man who was effectively a father figure to him.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the same level.
As much as that is argued against in the Council, Qui-Gon was practically a father figure to him. When Qui-Gon was killed...
And here's the other thing, Pav.
Okay.
What was Qui-Gon's dying wish? He told Kenobi, train the boy.
Yeah, and he failed.
Yes.
No,
so
he didn't.
So his redemption arc
he did train the boy, but he fell to the dark side anyway.
Yes, but so his redemption arc is to stay vigilant and train Luke so that Luke doesn't fall to the dark side.
So when Yoda...
character development.
When Yoda, the Grand Master of the Jedi Order, the one who basically was with all of the Jedi that we know since the time that they were kids, when that man says to you, train the boy, make sure he's ready, no matter what. It's like, oh, I'm sad now.
Yeah, you would be sad too if you went through all of the shit he just did.
He had just gone through a war.
It's a point for redemption.
Yes, but that's the point of this story, is him going from I'm sad to I need to get my shit back together and start getting ready to train the boy in 8 years.
10 years is too long.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
He does. The only thing he's been able to do is he's had to work on Tatooine. Do you know how shitty it is to work on Tatooine?
Yeah, but he's a fucking Jedi, Bob.
Yeah, but he can't act like a Jedi. He can't.
No, and he still
can keep the same mental strength that he built up as a Jedi.
Wait, hold on.
He still holds to the Jedi philosophy.
One of the ways that
you have to put your emotions aside and do what is necessary.
One of the ways that Inquisitors act is by sensing Jedi. That's how they. That's one of the ways that they have tracked Jedi. Why would he keep up in the Force if it's just going to reveal him?
I'm sure floating a cup of coffee to your hand every once in a while isn't gonna fucking hurt.
That's the reason why he went to fucking Tatooine, though, Pav.
And as you have seen, in that the Inquisitors were everywhere. Were every fucking where.
Yeah, and it took them 10 fucking years to get to Tatooine.
Yeah, but
And they were tracking another Jedi. They weren't even there for fucking Kenobi. She was, but they weren't.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
So Sean wants to come on and defend Pop a bit.
Okay.
Are you guys down for that?
I don't mind.
Speak your piece and get the fuck out.
Shut up, Jake. No. I get what Pav is saying to some extent. It is apparent in not just old canon, but new canon, that usage of force powers over long periods of time not only can, but does weaken a Jedi's connection to the Force. 2, emotional trauma can and does weaken or cut off Jedi's attachment to the Force. And 3, it's also been shown in canon that the mass death of Force users can have catastrophic effects on Force users that survive. So while I do not like the show for a lot of reasons, and especially because they have Kenobi fight Vader before A New Hope, which is complete bullshit.
I think.
Yeah.
I think
In this instance, Pav does have a point in saying that when he says he can understand why Kenobi is kind of broken for a long period of time. Because Jedi, compared to normal people, when shit happens to them, it's amplified. It's why the Jedi are so keen on controlling emotions and why Sith bathe them. Emotion is a power for Force users. So having hundreds, if not thousands, of Jedi die all at once, having a personal connection destroyed, having everything he's known destroyed, and then being told by one of the few that he has this one duty and he doesn't know how he's going to complete it, all while having to hide. Yeah, I can get why he's a bit of a bitch for 10 years.
But at the same time,
but
one of the last orders, on top of the fact that Yoda, he promised to Yoda to protect Luke.
Yeah.
On top of that, he's also going to be training with Qui-Gon on how to do what he does in A New Hope. Qui-Gon's dead, but we all know Qui-Gon is a Force ghost at this point. He's not. He didn't complete his training. If you watch the Clone Wars, he didn't complete his training, so he's not able to manifest in person. But he's a disembodied voice. He's at least capable of that.
Yeah.
And so, how is he going to learn how to be able to become a Force ghost after death if he's moping around like a little bitch? And if you're going to tell me that, another 10 years later, that second 10 years is when he's doing all that training, that does not sound like Obi-Wan at all.
No, that's the point. That's the story that they're trying to tell, though. The
and
story
it's
that
a
they're trying
bad
to tell is him
story.
coming out of it. No, it's not a bad story.
I think it is.
How is it a bad story? I know, Sean, but I do want to at least say one thing here. Okay. The thing is, the word I was looking for was broken. He is broken, and the story that they're telling right now is him going from being broken to getting ready to be who we see in Rebels and who we see in A New Hope. And I don't think that's a bad story. It gives a human characteristic to Obi-Wan. It gives us kind of more of a human moment with him, because we know he went through some shit. We know he was broken. We see that it affected him, and we're seeing him come out of it. How is that a bad story?
I'm kind of. It's shittily fucking executed, but I'm with Bob on that. Like, PTSD is a thing, and PTSD for a Jedi is probably a lot worse than a normal person. So the fact that he's still functioning as a human being and still able.
So when did this stop being a fantasy series?
I mean, the moment the prequels had political intrigue in it.
Yeah.
No, the original series had political intrigue in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it can be fantasy, but you can have realistic stuff in it. That's not really.
Yeah, you can have realistic stuff in it. I'm saying, based on the character that's already established, from what I'm hearing about this show, the timeline's wrong.
What was the timeline wrong?
Also, let's take into account here. Here's another thing to take into account. The Clone Wars ended in 19 BBY.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Obi-Wan sits on his ass, according to this show, for 10 fucking years. At that point, he only has 9 years to get back into shape, learn everything he needs to do to become a Force ghost, and be prepared to train Luke.
I mean, he was already technically a Jedi Master.
Yeah, I think
before
that's
all of it
completely
happened.
acceptable.
But
Yeah.
the argument is that this show is, oh, I've sat on my ass for this long, I have to cram it all into 10 years. Yeah, he may be a Jedi Master in the past, but 10 years of sitting on your ass and not practicing, anyone will be so rusty they're practically just ahead of square one.
Yeah, isn't
which is why.
Isn't the whole Jedi thing like very Buddhist, being at peace with oneself?
Yeah,
I feel like that
exactly.
would help a lot with any sort of PTSD.
Well, yeah, and so a lot of this is him getting over it. Like that's what the Vader thing was.
The
Vader thing was what?
I'm having an issue with the 10 years. Like
I think that's a little bit arbitrary, but sure.
You
no.
may have a better. You'd have a
Yeah.
better argument 2 years, 3 years, maybe 5 years. You'd have a better argument. But after 10 years, that first off, that doesn't fall within his established character. Second off,
Okay.
it messes with the timeline.
Okay. How about this? You can say it's not accepted canon anymore, but we all know it's great. The original KOTOR, the very first game. How long did Jolie Bendo sit his ass in the fucking swamps moping and being fucked up? Yet we accept that character as being acceptable.
I'm gonna have
no
to
idea
go
what you
back
just
and
said.
re-examine his character because while I do agree that was his entire established character is only in KOTOR, so yeah, we can accept that because that is his established character. With Obi-Wan, we have an established character through 3 prequel movies, through the Clone Wars TV series, and now we're being told that, yeah, that person that was built up, that's not who's in this show. He was destroyed so heavily that he doesn't exist as that person anymore, and somehow we're gonna have to get him back up to there. And it doesn't make sense.
No, but that's completely reasonable.
No, it's not.
No, I do not believe.
Building them back up to what they were.
I imagine he had troubles, but I will not believe that Obi-Wan Kenobi basically went to Tatooine and fucking gave up for 10 years.
I don't think it affects anything that we've already seen. I think it just gives him a personal journey within himself that we get to witness. I think the 10 years.
I would have liked to.
If the journey was shit, if it was shittily executed and unsatisfying to watch, then why the fuck was the point of doing it in the first place?
Okay, so let's move off that. How is it shit other than that? Because you guys keep saying that, and now I want to hear what you mean.
I'm a messy bitch and I live for the drama.
Go ahead, sir.
I feel like I've been trying to explain that point this whole time.
I apologize.
Can I? When you fuck with the main character, like I would probably like the show Picard as like a standalone series, but the fact that it's Picard, it makes me fucking furious.
When I watch this show, I don't feel like I'm watching Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't know who this guy is. He looks like Obi-Wan. He doesn't fucking act like him though.
He's not the person who flew to Tatooine at the end of episode 3.
I mean, there was a montage sequence.
You know, he makes careless mistakes. His judgment is all over the place.
Because he's not grounded anymore.
There are further fucking problems with him just for the fact that he leaves Tatooine at all.
Yeah. Oh no, don't get me wrong. The show is crap and it's got holes, but I'm with Pob on it being a broken person.
Yeah, hold on.
That I will defend. The rest of the show is crap.
We've all agreed that we're okay with him being a broken
I can
person.
defend it to a point.
Yeah.
I can defend it to a point.
Hold on. Here's the thing. They had it in the show where he wasn't willing to leave. Like
he wasn't willing to leave because of the request of Bail Organa, who, instead of using a planet's worth of security that he can call on, calls on Obi-Wan.
Or even a fucking bounty hunter. You've got money, motherfucker. Use it.
Okay, hold on. The families, the heads are. The politics of Alderaan aren't so cut and dry like that.
Alderaan has a military.
Yeah, and
Yes.
Bail Organa, the Organas are like one of the richest families. Like literally, Organa was the one that funded the fucking rebellion.
There is no fucking reason for Bail to go to Kenobi over this.
And the
If
fact that
anything,
he's
it's incredibly irresponsible of him.
Okay,
Yeah,
you know what?
and-
I will. I think the explanation was fine. He didn't want it to become a known thing because there's politics involved. That's
Wait,
What do you mean he didn't want it to become a known thing?
Hold on.
His daughter's
I
been
think-
kidnapped.
Time out. I think Euroburb has a great point. No one watches Star Wars for the politics.
I do.
And I think Euroburb's completely correct. If you want politics, go watch Star Trek. Like a reasonable adult.
Politics in the prequels are one, which that was expounded upon.
And also the fact that, like, he is still a senator. The senator is still a thing. Like, the Senate is still a thing at this point.
Yeah,
It's not a New Hope. The Senate hasn't been dissolved yet.
They hadn't.
it hadn't been dissolved in A New Hope.
Yeah,
it was
hadn't been
still-
dissolved in New Hope.
It was never dissolved. It was just like a puppet.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
they
like-
did dissolve it in A New Hope.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah. It says in the title crawl to A New Hope
That's
that
right.
the Galactic
That's
Senate
right.
has been dissolved.
That's right. Yeah, it had been.
You see, like, because, like, Palpatine, at least in the, probably the early years of the Empire, I'd say probably reasonably within the first 10 years, he's trying to establish that the Empire is a source of order.
Yeah, he's consolidating power, basically.
You don't have to, like the inefficiency of the old Republic is gone. We're here to instill order, maintain it, make sure everybody's safe, that everybody's happy. We're taking care of things. You just gotta trust us. That's kind of the game he's playing.
I mean, not just that, but he's having to literally rebuild the entire military and replace them with stormtroopers instead of clones. He's having to build ships and starships.
Yeah, he actually gives a lot of jobs to people, if you really
Redo-
think about it.
Has to rebuild the infrastructure from the galactic infrastructure from the freaking war that just ended, which doesn't even really end until I think the last battles with the was it CIS didn't end until 5 BBY. Like literally, the rebellion is the remnants of the CIS that Organa funded.
And
to
here's
take
the
back
thing.
the galaxy.
Fucking Palpatine. If you're Palpatine,
Like Mon Mothma was a general in the CIS during the Clone Wars.
if you're
The head of the-
Palpatine, here's the thing. If you're Palpatine and you're in this position right now, if a major political figure's daughter gets kidnapped and it gets found out that one of your inquisitors was responsible, well, for one thing, you execute that bitch immediately.
Yeah. Also, I don't think an Inquisitor has the power to take on the military that Alderaan could muster.
No.
Like, they are not good Force users. They are barely above Padawans, and they are like that for a point.
They're barely Force users. Like,
The
Yeah,
only
no,
one
they're
that-
they're
leap a little bit higher. They can, like, move a little bit faster. But
Yeah.
all of their training was 100% in saber combat.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
and
that's the
they're
thing.
just
Like,
there
one-
for intimidation. They're just
the
there for
only
intimidation.
One that, the only one that is actually a Force user is the Inquisitor.
The Grand
You know
Inquisitor.
what? Where?
Yes.
yeah, like the Grand
Grand-
Inquisitor, when he finds out what she's done, his immediate response is like, "Have you lost your goddamn mind? Kidnapping a senator's child? How are you fucking insane?"
No,
Yeah,
no, no, no.
exactly.
So I have a very important question.
Okay.
Where the fuck is Waffle when you need him?
God, I need Waffle.
I agree. But I think Waffle would agree with me. It just
Uh,
wasn't out.
I seriously doubt it.
Yeah.
I seriously doubt it.
Waffle, the guy that's read all of the books and knows
Yeah.
more about Star Wars lore than anybody I know.
If anything, Waffle would probably slap you around harder than I have.
No, I think Waffle would agree with me.
No.
We
No, I
we
don't
can
believe
agree to disagree because I think we all think Waffle would agree with us, but the only person
Yeah.
who knows for sure is Waffle.
Yeah, I'll DM him real quick, see what he thinks.
That's if he's even watching this shit.
That's
Well, he
if
doesn't have to. He doesn't have to watch it. I'm just gonna ask him what he thinks of Kenobi.
Hey,
That's it.
sir. Do you know
What?
when Disney started making Star Wars, and we were all really pissed off that the new sequels weren't the Thrawn trilogy? Aren't you really happy now that they didn't try to make the Thrawn trilogy?
They're
Yes.
bringing back Thrawn. Just
son
you
of a
fucking
bitch.
wait.
That's the
They're
only
gonna bring
way
him
that they're
back.
gonna be able to save it. But in order to properly save it, it's not Thrawn that they need.
In fact,
Good writing.
in Mandalorian, when Ahsoka shows up in Mandalorian, she pretty heavily implies that that's who she's looking for.
Well, yeah, her show is going to be basically following up what was left behind from Rebels.
So yeah, Thrawn's gonna get ruined too. Just you wait.
They have to last long enough to ruin Thrawn, and they're.
Have you seen the fucking release window for Star Wars right now? Have you seen
They
all
already
the
approved
shit that
season
they're
2.
producing?
They already approved
Yeah.
season 2 of Kenobi. Like, it's already being
How
filmed.
the fuck do you Oh my god. No. They couldn't even keep this to a shitty one-off. They had to keep Fuck Disney, man. God damn it.
And I think Ashoka's getting her own spinoff too.
Yeah, she's getting her own
Ahsoka.
show.
You know, back when Mandalorian
Boba
was
Fett's
released,
probably going to get another season, and fuck,
Actually, no.
Boba Fett was shit.
Boba
Oh
Fett-
my god.
Boba
We'll
Fett
go
was bad,
all
yeah.
the way back to the Mandalorian. When the Mandalorian was released, and there was talk about like Ahsoka and Kenobi and whatnot, there was excitement because the first Mandalorian was decent. I mean, it was very much, hey, look at these people. Hey, look at that.
No, the first episode was good. The
Yeah.
moment a Mandalorian mercenary bounty hunter has any kind of moral, like literally they tried to make Candace Ordo from KOTOR, but with a soul. I'm like, no,
Oh,
this is a Mandalorian.
That
Fuck
just
you.
reminded me of something. Fucking Cassian Andor is getting his own series.
That's weird.
Why?
Who the fuck cares about Cassian Andor?
Why? What?
Oh my god.
You didn't know?
I had not heard
Wait.
that either.
Disney
hold on, you're
needs to
over-
stop. Disney just
Yeah.
needs to stop.
Disney
And now
absolutely needs to stop.
Wait, aren't they doing a high Republic where literally just it's the biggest threat to the Jedi have ever. It's pirates. It's space pirates. The Jedi
Yeah.
are fighting space pirates. That's what
They
happens
got
in
the-
the High Republic.
Well,
It's space
They've got
pirates.
the High Republic, they've got the Bad Batch, they've got a show based around droids coming out, they've got Cassian Andor,
Bad
Ahsoka.
Batch was
The
at least
only-
decent. I will
Bad
say
Batch-
this:
the only-
Bad Batch was at
Hmm.
least decent.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't
Here's
terrible.
my argument to you guys. Here's my big argument to you guys, because it sounds like I know. Holy.
Another
shit,
thing
I have
about
never-
Kenobi is that it's not doing Vader's character any favors either.
How so?
Well, for one thing, like the way he just like straight up snapped that person's neck, it's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's not as weird as this is gonna sound, and I will back it up if you give me a moment. That's not Vader's character. He doesn't just go around snapping necks until The Empire Strikes Back, which you can kind of see because all of his friends in the 501st are dead.
Well, that's like, here's the other thing: is like a lot of people like, oh, you know, like
What?
Vader started the bad guys killing their subordinates thing. No, people who have bad guys kill their subordinates, which is usually very stupid, they weren't paying attention. The only time Vader ever kills motherfuckers is if they fail him spectacularly.
And they maintained that even in Rogue One?
Yeah.
Yeah,
even
Rogue
in
One.
Rogue One, he did not kill any of his subordinates. The only one he chokes is it's for a failure he's made, and it's very much him having fun. Like, he's still
Well, in that
fairly
case, it's like
lighthearted
he was
as a person.
reminding Krennic of his place.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to kill you because the Emperor wants you, like the Emperor sees value in you, but don't forget your fucking position, pal.
Don't forget I can.
As he says, it's like, don't choke on your ambitions, director.
Waffle just got back to me. He says Pav is absolutely wrong. There's nothing that can redeem any of Pav's views, and
So there's no way he said any of that.
no, he hasn't gotten back to me yet.
Yeah.
That would have been funny as hell, though.
You
it would
had
have
me
been
at Pav is absolutely wrong, and then you kept going.
Yeah. And it's like, nah, that's not how Waffle talks.
Yeah.
That's definitely not waffle.
But
Yeah,
that's how, like,
I'd probably use a word like unequivocally or something.
my thing is like, Waffle's probably not even watching this show.
No, I guarantee you he's not.
And I don't recommend that people watch this show.
Well, then what the
I'm
hell
still,
am I doing?
I'm still mad.
Yeah, what are you doing in here, Pop?
Not in here, just like on my show when I recommend people to watch your guys's.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and recommend. We don't recommend anybody watch us, but if you want to recommend people watch us, that's up to
We
you.
do advertise though. That's our big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never recommend that people actually watch this show, and I don't recommend you watch Kenobi either. Don't do that to
Oh,
yourself.
Yeah, I never recommend people watch the show. I'm just saying, hey, we're doing this thing. So,
Like, if you want to show up and have 10 years of PTSD, fine, watch this show, but
yeah.
If you want to
I mean,
pull a
it-
Disney's Kenobi,
If you want to,
God damn it!
if you want to watch something that was supposed to be well structured but just descends into chaos, then yeah.
the Thrawn trilogy was dope, Euroburb. They probably should have adapted that trilogy to movies. but-
No.
Not
no,
Disney.
Don't, no.
not
okay.
Disney,
Not Disney.
not Kathleen Kennedy. No.
Yeah, Disney keeps fucking up their required IPs.
Yeah.
Like the reason why they did so well with Marvel is because they started from scratch.
And now Marvel's just turning into sludge.
Yeah, well, they found a formula that works, and plus, there's
Is it
so many
working?
fucking-
Because nothing in Phase 4 has worked so far. Except maybe Spider-Man.
I got burnt out around Ant-Man. So
Yeah, Ant-Man
Yeah,
was
you
the last
got
one I
out-
really enjoyed.
You got out before things got really bad. Now things are really bad.
Ant-Man was the last really good one, given that it
Ant-Man was okay.
did not take
I
itself at
never-
all seriously.
I didn't even watch Ant-Man. I just remember that's roughly the time period of his birth. That was probably the first one I was
You
like,
know, yeah,
nah, probably not gonna
you're
see
right.
that.
I should not be saying really good. It was the last one that was enjoyable to the
And that
extent
was
that,
only-
the
I would
originals
say-
to a similar extent to the originals.
I don't know.
And that was
Ooh,
only
Jim
because
Carrey has
Paul
a hot
Rudd- it was-
take.
Paul Rudd
The only-
carried that thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Paul
Only
Rudd
good
carried
movie
that
was
thing, but
Iron
they
Man?
also didn't take it at all seriously.
Well, yeah,
I have
it's
been
Paul Rudd.
I have been keeping up
Infinity
with the
War was
Spider-Man
like the-
movies though. I'm enjoying those.
Infinity War was like one of the last like good films in like the overall like Marvel Cinematic Universe. But like I'd say that the last truly great Marvel film
Ultron.
was Civil War.
Okay.
I didn't even like.
You know,
I, didn't even
I
like Civil
can't
War.
argue with you on that. I think that's completely fair.
I have an okay view of a lot of the Marvel stuff because I never read Marvel comics, so I can't ever like really talk about my
Yeah.
opinion on it. Because as
Oh,
someone
yeah.
who reads DC comics and will lose their shit whenever talking about anything DC, I know that Marvel people probably have the same thing when it comes to Marvel movies.
I didn't have. I
Oh
didn't
no,
have
the problem
access-
now is that Marvel in the MCU is actually starting to take stuff from current Marvel comics, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah, I didn't have access to the comics as a kid, so but I did have access to the internet, so I mostly just read up on the lore. Oh, Waffle actually did get back to me now.
Oh, what'd he say?
Oh, he says he hasn't watched Kenobi yet.
That's what I figured.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so but there's a conversation that can be had with Waffle here around a lot of the concepts, but alright.
He hasn't watched it. He's not gonna.
Yeah, if
he's not gonna pass
if he was
judgment.
here, that would be a different story.
Mm.
And you know, we're not going to bother Waffle because he's a busy man, and the show's almost reaching its end point anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, remember,
but anyways,
second season?
what I was saying was like I didn't have access to the Marvel comics, but I had access to the internet, so I could read up on a lot of the lore behind all of it, and read up on all the different characters and things like that. I didn't know how to access comics. I was a dumb little kid. So when I see the Marvel movies, like I kind of enjoy them. I think a lot of the characters are pretty true to form.
Also, Eurobird wants to
Yeah.
know what our thoughts on Ezra Miller coming back is. Coming
If they
back
find
from
him,
what?
Wait, hold on.
no,
hold
he's
on. Are we saying-
on the run
Kidnapped
are we saying-
right now.
Wait, hurry, hold on. Are we now? Fucking Rimshee over here got my brain mixed up. Are we talking Ezra Miller, the fuckwit from The Flash? Or are we talking from the show Rebels?
No, Ezra Bridger is from the show. Ezra
Oh,
yeah.
Miller is the fuckface groomer.
The guy,
Didn't
he
is he
kidnap
in
someone?
jail?
Like,
How is he coming
didn't he-
back?
No, he's on the run right now. They haven't found
Oh
him yet.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
He kidnapped someone, didn't he? Like, isn't that what?
No, not kidnap. He just
No, fucking accusations came out that he was basically grooming a teenage girl, and he fucking bounced.
Oh, well, okay, so I guess Burb is just fucking with me even harder. She is referring to. Oh my god. I'm gonna stop talking now.
Oh,
It's probably for the best.
meant Ezra
For
Bridger.
Bridger.
Tried to trigger.
Yeah,
you
no,
by saying Ezra Miller.
no. Ezra Miller kidnapped the kid that they were grooming.
Allegedly.
Oh, did he?
12-year-old. Yes.
Oh no.
They were 12. Were they?
Yes.
Were they 12?
At that
What?
point, I don't care if it was willing. That's kidnapping.
Did
I
this
thought they
man
were- I thought they were, like,
literally
16
just
or
run off?
17.
Did this man literally just run off with a 12-year-old? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, I'm reading it right now. Yes.
Oh my god.
What's the source?
Wait, hold
I need
on.
a source.
Yeah, but
Hold on.
hold on. Wait. Ezra Miller, who
Yes.
has been taunting police officers on fucking
Getting
Twitter and
Getting in
Instagram.
fights in Hawaii.
Yeah, getting into drunken
No,
brawls,
like
putting women in chokeholds and slamming them to the ground.
right. No. This is recent. Ever since the warrant went out for him, he's been on the run, but he's still been taunting police officers and departments on Twitter and Instagram to the point where they've started banning his accounts.
Do you think
And all this while of him taunting them, he has
Wait.
a 12-year-old that he's kidnapped?
Hold on.
You're
Sean,
saying 15-year-old.
Okay, like
Oh,
But been
Either
talking
way.
to them since they were 12.
Yeah, 15.
okay, yeah,
Oh.
okay, that's what it is. That's what it is.
so he started,
But anyways,
but he
do you
has
think-
run off.
Do you think
Yeah.
this isn't being covered more because DC already has it bad enough with the shitty movies?
They're terrible. Like I don't even know why people care about the Flash movie because they don't know how to write DC.
I would
talk about something that's just bad.
Fucking DC animated is fucking
great. DC
Yeah, stick to
animated
DC animated.
is fantastic. Live action DC, nothing is good from it. Like, fucking Shazam was all right. Shazam was kind of funny.
I don't bother. Here's how bad DC movies have been in the past. I don't bother with any of them
If I can,
because every time
A lot
one
of
comes
people-
out, it's just
a lot of people
The
thought
original
Wonder Woman
was good.
No,
I think
it's
that's
not.
The
No, it's
original
not.
No, it's
No,
good.
it's
It's
not.
nothing spectacular.
No.
Watch that movie again.
Yeah, watch.
Yeah, no.
Go read a
Yeah.
Wonder Woman comic and then watch it because no.
No.
All right.
your feminist
I-
wife got you on that one. I think
A lot of people initially, like, even when I watched the movie initially, I thought it was like, oh, that was okay. And then I re-examined it, and it's like, oh shit.
Well, yeah, because we had literally all just watched Batman v Superman and went, oh wow, that was terrible. Well, here's Wonder Woman. Oh look, this is a passable film. This is pretty good. And then we watched
All
it
right.
outside of going.
Yeah,
just
and then you
watching
actually,
Batman
then
v
you
actually
Superman, and
think
we're like,
about
oh,
it.
this is shit.
Let me rephrase. At the very least, Wonder Woman is the best modern DC live action film.
Probably.
Mm.
Probably.
I'd say that goes to the Batman
No,
now.
wait, no. That 100% goes to Shazam. No, I'm sorry. That goes to Shazam, hands down.
I haven't seen it.
Shazam
if we're going
is
if we're
the
going
best
modern DC movies, I'd say the Batman's probably in that slot now.
It was all right.
I haven't watched
like,
it yet. Well, okay.
No.
So,
Oh, trust me, there are problems with the Batman. I'm not going to argue that there's
okay,
a
so
problem.
from an outside perspective and what I've heard about the Batman, I haven't gotten around to watching it yet. Is it's
The
like
Batman
an
is
actual
closer-
detective film, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's closer
Yeah,
to
you know
an
what
actual
DC
Batman
stands for,
character
right?
than anything
Detective
else
Comics.
has ever been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it originally stood for Detective Comics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it is
okay,
closer to the original Batman. Than
It is a little bit close. Well, okay. It's closer to the Dark Knight than it is to the Batman because there technically is, in a lot of the way the comics are ran, the Dark Knight comics are more of the detective, whereas the Batman is more of like a fighter. So the
I would
names
say
were
that
flipped.
the recent, like, I would say that the Batman is a better building point than most of the recent movies.
Yeah,
Like, there's potential there. You could go somewhere with it.
One thing that people constantly forget about Batman is that he's the world's greatest detective. Pretty much supposed to be like a Sherlock Holmes.
because in most media he's not shown as the world's greatest detective.
Yes, because
like,
if this is a detective film, I think they're trying to bring that aspect into it and really.
Yeah, because most of the time
heighten
it's
that.
just like, oh yeah, it's like he's just a rich guy that beats people up. It's like, no, Bruce Wayne is incredibly intelligent.
Yeah, the only one really smarter than him is the only one really smarter in the comics, really smarter than him is freaking Brainiac. Like, he's the only one that outsmarts Batman. Batman outsmarts everybody.
Like the only
even
other
in that
person
case-
besides Brainiac that you could argue is on a similar level to Bruce is Lex.
Yeah.
I mean, are we all forgetting about the Question? Like, just putting that out there.
What you mean?
Nobody knows about the Question, Bob. Which is a damn. It's a damn shame, but.
Pop,
It's
are
like-
you
that's like-
skipping
that's
a word in there? Do we have to talk about your ideology?
I love the Question. Oh shit.
Yeah, like the Question back in like Justice League Unlimited days. Great stuff.
Well, like
That's like
he's always
that's
been
like saying Batman's most famous arch villain, Calendar Man. What?
Oh yes, yes, exactly. The one who's
Well, that's
always
Yeah,
just in
that's
Arkham.
a very interesting storyline. So I'm not gonna.
Whenever we see Calendar Man, he's just in Arkham. He's just sitting in Arkham, waiting for Batman to come talk to him about something. That's all the time we see Calendar Man at this point. Sorry.
Yeah,
go ahead.
like, well, that's kind of the thing. It's like he gets downplayed. Like, it's not just Batman and other characters. Like, for example, the Joker tends to get downplayed a lot as well. You know, the Joker is incredibly intelligent as well. He's a master fucking chemist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like his
he
Joker.
was able to
So
figure out-
Master Manipulator convinced his nerves to go crazy with him. Is that right?
He was able to figure out fucking Venom and figure out how to make it quote unquote better, which is insane because as much as The Dark Knight Rises might make you believe, Bane is actually incredibly fucking intelligent, and Venom was his creation. And
Like, there's a quote from one of the comics that,
You know why
it's-
all of Batman's villains are so fucking smart?
They have to be to actually.
Yes,
be
because
fit into
Batman
the-
is supposed to be the greatest detective,
Yeah.
and he has to figure it all out.
but like, there's I can't remember which comic it's from, but there was like a quote. Because like, even Lex Luthor doesn't want to work with the Joker. Most of the supervillains in DC don't want to be associated with the guy.
Oh no, they'll turn on him and turn him into Batman on a drop of a dime. It's nuts.
Because like, there was a quote. It's like, you know, people like tell all these stories about supervillains, but like when supervillains get together, they tell Joker stories.
I mean, the last time someone did, Joker killed
Wait, so
Robin.
Joker? Wait, hold on. So Joker is the Andy Dick of supervillains in the DC world.
That's
Kind
too mean to
of.
the Joker.
Yeah.
That's too mean to the Joker.
I
That is
think
too
he's
mean to
more.
the
I mean, it is a little too
Anyways.
mean, but like,
I think he's more scary stories. You guys wanna?
Yeah.
You guys wanna know what? I got
Well, yeah, 'cause other supervillains
are
I
afraid
don't want to know. We have to end the show.
yeah.
It's that time. Sorry.
Hold on.
And just like for the audience watching at home, I'm not mad at Pav. I'm not.
No.
I got impassioned. I got heated. But that's because, and like, this is just me talking, I'm sick of people just accepting bad writing when we could have better, and we fucking deserve better, and we're not getting it.
Which is why we're so adamant about Top Gun Maverick.
Yes, go see that fucking movie!
Yeah, the writing's amazing.
Yeah. So, anyways, if you aren't already a part of the Discord that we're now doing the show from, I just dropped a link in the chat. So this conversation will probably keep going after the show. If you want to pop in and be a part of that.
We'll
Thank you,
move into
everybody,
a
for
general
joining us.
chat.
Yeah.
Well, I can't be a part of it. I gotta go start a show. So.
Well, in that
well-
case, go see Pav and tell him that he's wrong about Star Wars Kenobi.
Yeah,
Well, maybe we should come over there and continue this argument.
I mean,
no,
we could-
he's got his own shit to do.
well, no, we could. I could. No.
And I'm
No,
kind of
I wanna
over.
bring Pig into this.
I think we're kind of past the Kenobi argument at this point, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
talking
we are.
about DC now. So
No more
but
attention
anyway.
from me.
No one likes
Yeah.
you, Pav.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Pop, if you would leave the show earlier and start your show, we could raid you.
Well, we.
Yeah, how are
started
we going to
at 30.
send people to your show if you're still here?
All right. You know what? I'm starting it now.
Okay,
All right, then.
there we go. Anyways, everybody enjoy.
Oh, yeah, Pav,
What's
you're
that?
first
Fuck
as
me in
we
the
move.
rear. What's the name of your show? What's the name of your show? Fuck me in the rear.
Advance the rear.
Oh
Oh my god, you're messing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's less vulgar, Jables. Same intent.
Okay. Sorry. I'll tone it down. Yeah, thank you everybody for joining us. If Bob started, we'll raid, but you know.
We are. We're ready.
Cool. Let's go. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Different
Later.
Discord now, though. Keep that in mind.
Pop just left. We've got. I forgot to hit the start raid, so we'll be ready in 3 seconds, and then
Ooh.
we are raiding now.
Thank you,
Kenobi's
everybody.
bad.
See you next week.